Welcome to the with June, where you'll be getting weekly doses of career tips and hacks, as well as hearing stories of grit, perseverance, and inspiration. My overall mission of this new series is really building community, sharing stories of hope, and bringing everyone closer together by creating a very inclusive environment where everyone feels welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are tuning in from. This is June, and this is my first Sunday live stream. I took yesterday off, but I actually took yesterday off to celebrate Veterans Day with my husband, and we went fishing. It was our children's first time going fishing, and I wanted to, and now I'm back on the grind, back at work, because as an entrepreneur, there is no days off. So I wanted to actually play this song. Can everyone see me? Can you guys comment in the chat box? Hi, Samaj. Hello, Dave. Hello, William. Hi, Nadal. You had a great video the other day. I loved it. I wanted to play this song. My friend, Tone Oliver, wrote this song, and I actually met him. I met him on my commute to San Francisco on my way to work, and he wrote this song called No Days Off, because as an entrepreneur, there's no days off. So I wanted to share this song with you really quickly. Okay, here it goes.
Show you no life and try to test you, but you promise not to give up for your mama and your sister and your brother and your cousin, everybody else that's with you. You the one that's gonna deliver like Amazon Prime. Always on time, yeah. Even when it's looking bad, I never stop trying, cause I've been stressing, I've been crying. My depression had me blind. Sometimes I can't see the signs, but I keep going, I ain't lying. This for everyone that's grinding for their kids, you're not alone. This for every child that promised they gon' buy their mama home. For all my 9 to 5ers going hard to make that green clock out, then you just go harder, cause you still got chase that dream. For all my evolving artists, just keep going hard, regardless how people talking about us. You gon' build that startup, promise. You gon' have that clothing brand. You gonna write that hit record. You can do it. I know you can, cause you live in. Okay, so that's wanted to share that song because I am inspired today, and I am excited to welcome a few veterans who I've met through LinkedIn and through Growth Academy. And what I would love to do, can you guys hear me? I think Ian said there's an echo, but I wanted to welcome a few veterans that I've met from LinkedIn and from Growth Academy, and really curious to see how they celebrated their Veterans Day and what they're most grateful for from their experience in the military, because my husband's a veteran, so I'm really passionate about empowering veterans. So let's bring my first guest, Taurus Liddell. Hello, Taurus.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
So great. So happy to be here. I really enjoyed that song, No Days Off.
Yes. Can you relate to those lyrics?
Yes, I can.
Well, I know you, Taurus. I think we've actually been connected even before we joined Growth Academy,
Yes.
I believe. So why don't you give a little brief introduction to who you are?
Hey, so my name is Taurus Liddell, and I have been currently in the healthcare industry for quite some time. I am a health services military officer, and I currently work for Advent Health in the change management area. So my focus is trying to help individuals adapt to changes within their lives as well as within business. So that's one of the things that I'm extremely passionate about. And I'm also into the fitness realm as well. So definitely trying to tap into that, and eventually I'll be launching my own fitness program. So that's something that I'm currently working on. So.
Well, happy Veterans Day to you, and thank you so much for your service. You've been showing a lot. There's like an echo. I'm sorry. I don't know what the echo is about here. Hello? There is, you've been sharing daily posts every day of inspiration and motivational content. And I'm really proud of you because I remember you DM'd me, I think, a few months ago. Do you remember?
Yes.
And then I was like, you didn't just do it. You got to put yourself out there, and you're doing it. So what is inspiring you to show up on LinkedIn by, sharing this motivational content on a daily basis?
And just to be honest, I think a lot of the things that I go through on a daily basis, and I know that, we're all, struggling due to the pandemic and everything, but that's one of the things that inspired me to kind of give individuals like hope and just some of that, like continuing on and just not giving up. But also one of the things too is being a part of this amazing group, Growth Academy, and know that June speaks highly of that, and it has been amazing. And there's a lot of great individuals in there, so that really has inspired me to just continue on posting as well. So,
well, you're doing great work. I want to thank you for everything that you're doing on LinkedIn. So, what do you like? How did you actually celebrate Veterans Day?
Yeah, so I had the honor of participating in my company Veterans Day program. Each year it takes place at our corporate campus, but this year it was extremely touching because it was broadcast virtually across the company to over 80,000 employees. And I was able to share my military story, and a few other veterans were able to do the same thing. So it was truly a great moment for myself and a lot of other veterans.
Well, that's great. That's actually a great opportunity for you to share like your passion of what you've learned in the military. So what is the one thing that you're most grateful for from your experience, and how are you incorporating those skills in your life now as a father, as a business owner, as a professional?
So one of the things that the military really taught me was discipline. And I know some people probably say discipline, you don't learn that in the military, but you definitely do. It was just that opportunity to be a part of something greater than myself. And I know a lot of us strive to do that. So that was definitely something that it taught me. And I was most appreciative of that initial opportunity to be able to provide a better living for my family, such as housing, benefits, healthcare. But I was not aware of the countless doors the military would open for myself, as well as my wife, through education. I had an amazing transition from being an enlisted soldier to a commissioned officer, and my wife was able to attain numerous degrees and certifications, which was crucial to our transition from active duty to civilian life. The Army has made it possible for us to both have successful and relevant careers.
That's amazing. It's actually very that's why I'm so grateful too for my husband being a veteran, because I actually met him after he served his time as a Navy veteran, and we were so fortunate to receive those benefits from the GI Bill. So it paid
Yes.
for his education. I was able to take some time off from work to really embrace that new journey of being a new mother. And that time off is when I really discovered my passion of building community.
Right.
And I'll be forever grateful for that experience. And I think I posted it today, but my husband learned a lot of different things and different skills in the military that he's transitioned into his work now. But I just want to thank you for your service, and it's great to meet you. I'm going to bring you back at the very end. But
Okay.
how are you spending the rest of your Sunday?
So I'm spending the rest of my Sunday. I have my daughters. They have a friend that he's 2 years old, so I'm going to a birthday party. And going to spend some time. I think they're going to have some swimming and some few other things going on, so it should be fun.
Great. Well, enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and I'm going to bring
Thank
you
you.
back at the very end.
Okay. Thank you,
Thank you,
June.
Taurus. Okay. I am now bringing in Jeff Clark. Hello, Jeff.
Hey, Joan, how are you?
Good to finally meet you.
Yes, you as well.
I love your videos. I loved your recent video that you just posted.
Thank you. Thank you.
So why don't you tell the world who you are? A little brief introduction to yourself, and yeah.
Okay, so I'm Jeff Clark. I did 12 years active duty Air Force, and I was medically retired. I had a broken back. Both shoulders were broken. Body was pretty beat up, and I just couldn't. I couldn't do the physical, the requirements of it anymore. So it was time for me to go. Born and raised in Oklahoma. Like I said, 12 years active duty. I'm currently stationed here in Colorado. I work at Space Force. So everybody's real into that. That's really cool. We're pretty locked down here in Colorado. So I haven't been to the office in a while.
Oh, wait. Mark says, I thought you were sleeping today. And who's this Jeff Clark anyway? You said, well, I mean, I didn't catch that. What did you say before?
So we're pretty locked down here in Colorado. I haven't been in the office in months.
Oh my gosh. So you've just been working remotely ever since the whole COVID situation. Okay. And I saw a video that the video that I just talked about was talking about no excuses. And you're managing the fort at home, as you mentioned. And I believe you said that your wife is also studying and going to school. And how has that whole experience been for you?
So it's going on almost 3 years now. It's been it was one of those things where going back to the no excuses thing, you know, don't let an excuse get in your way, you know. And I told her, she's always wanted to be a medical professional. I told her, that if you want to do it, then go do it. You know, don't worry about what we're doing here. We'll figure it out. So she applied for school, got accepted as a physician assistant, and I said, just go. You know, I'll figure out the home thing. And we were back home in Oklahoma at the time, and we had a lot of family around. So I said, we're gonna figure it out. You're gonna go to school, and we're gonna figure it out. I'll take on the load of the house. And for her, that was really important. So it's been busy, especially this year with COVID. And then in the middle of the year, I took this job here in Colorado, so we moved away. So it's been enlightening. I have a whole new appreciation for parents who stay at home while the other spouse works, because I've had to work and do everything here at home to support her in doing that, and it's been very humbling.
That's amazing. This has been a whole humbling experience for me, because I'm at home working, and then my husband is working. He's an essential worker, and he's been super supportive from this journey. And I want to ask you this: like, what are you most grateful for being in active duty in the military? What was the most thing that you are grateful for, and what did you learn, and how are you incorporating that as like a father, as an aspiring author?
So I guess that's kind of a two-part answer to this. I think I'm most grateful for the fact that I had all the education benefits, because when I joined the military, I had gone to college for 2 years and left for about a year of credits. Like, I just goofed it off because I didn't appreciate it. It was my own money, and I just didn't appreciate my own money at the time. So when I went on active duty and they said, we're going to pay for your education, but you got to do this, this, and this, like, I had to work for it, and there was a value to it. So I was definitely, like, I guess on a benefit side, I was really thankful for that, and for health insurance, because we were able to have our kids and not have to worry about health insurance. I think the other thing that maybe I'm most thankful for is the opportunities for facing adversity, because there was a lot of times where, and we had this saying, and Taurus and Carl are going to, you know, echo this, I'm sure, is that sometimes we had to embrace the suck. Sometimes,
I think you wrote about this.
Yeah, I probably have. There's times where situations were just not good, or there's a time where a situation turned bad. And what a lot of people don't understand is that politics and the media play a huge role in how the military operates. And there's a lot of influences. A lot of people think decisions are just made at the Pentagon, and they're not. They're made in Washington, you know, in the White House, in the halls of Congress, and that's heavily influential. So I think embracing kind of that suck and facing adversity and understanding it has molded me into somebody. When bad things happen, I don't react to them. You know, you've been through a lot, so you know to take a deep breath, analyze the situation, and kind of move forward. Like, it's something that I don't think other people learn without going through some really serious stuff in life. You know, in the military, you get to learn it when there's support there. Everybody else is going through it with you.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. And like, it's like you're almost like building that like body armor of like failure too, and you're becoming more resilient, right?
Yeah, because I've met people my own age that have never been in the military, never had any kind of military experience, never been a military brat or a spouse or anything. And when things happen in the workplace, it's, can you believe this? And it's like, no,
No.
it's not that big.
It's not even worth like the drama, right?
Yeah, like get over the emotional shock of it and relax, because everything's fixable. Everything is you can work through anything. You just have to know how to take the steps and kind of do it. So that's one thing that's probably a huge thing that's taught me, is how to face adversity.
Right. And like be resourceful too.
Yeah, use the things around you, use people around you. Like, don't be afraid to do that. Like, don't have any excuses. Like, you don't have
excuses. Yeah.
There's, especially this year with COVID, like everything's online. We're doing this all the time. So you don't have any excuses to not, utilize those things. The only thing that's holding you back is yourself.
It's just what you said, help.
The only thing holding you back is yourself.
It's yourself. Yeah. That's so true. We could be like our own best cheerleader, but our own worst critic at the same time. But
Sure.
it's important to recognize when we are, to like snap ourselves out of it, right? I want to shout out to Danette. She says, I love it, Jeff. You're going to school and we're going to figure it out. Supportive spouses are a game changer.
Yeah.
That's so true.
And I didn't tell you that I'm also going to school for my doctorate. So I'm right here on the laptop or with the kids from probably 5 a.m. till 8:30 at night. We're just hammering it out. We're counting down the days until May when she graduates, and then we're going to take a vacation.
Oh, good. You deserve a vacation. Hopefully all of this chaos is over with by then. And then before we bring you out and bring you back on later, what is and you're an aspiring author. So what do you want? And I think you are also a leadership coach, I believe.
Yep, I do some of that too.
That's great. So how are you, let me ask you this, how are you managing everything as far as like time management?
So I think I spoke about value at one point in time, and I know it's a constant topic of something on LinkedIn. You have to value yourself. And the best thing I did for myself was I came up with a schedule. So when I was waking up at 7 o'clock and getting the kids ready for school and then getting them either on the bus or on their laptop, and then I was coming in to get on my laptop, I didn't do any writing for the day. So I didn't work on my book at all. I didn't read any of the books that I have a list of books that I want to read. I didn't read any of those.
Oh, by the way, I want to mention this is on my to-do list too.
There you go. It's great. It sounds kind of vulgar when you read the cover, but the contents inside are amazing.
Great.
So I didn't have a schedule. So I wasn't utilizing my time for me. So I wasn't accomplishing anything. I was working with the kids, and then I was working, and then 5:30 rolled around. It was dinner, baths, getting ready for bed so we can do it all again the next day. I was putting no time in for me. So I started waking up at 5 o'clock every morning, reading, writing, and working out for about an hour and a half. And then I had gotten all of my stuff done for the day that I wanted to do before the day really started. Mm-hmm. And just by doing that, I've tripled my word count in a book. I've wrote down more ideas. I've become more creative, and I've kind of been in a place where I feel like I'm adding something to what's going on, despite COVID and the lockdowns and all that stuff.
You're doing a great job, and I love how you're showing up every day on LinkedIn too. And when I see your videos, I'm like, yes, keep going. Like you're messaging, you're doing your editing too.
Yeah, I do it all myself.
Yeah, me too. It's a lot of work, right?
Yeah, it can be. I'm getting the hang of it now, to where it's a little more fluent.
Once you get it down, you can edit a video in like less than 5 minutes. But you're doing a great job. Well, thank you for coming by. We'd love to bring you back before we head out. Because I have a question for everyone. But thank you so much, Jeff.
Thank you.
All right, Carl. Can you hear me? Carl, you're on mute. How are you?
Yes, I hear you.
Perfect. Well, welcome. Putting you in the hot seat now. Well, thanks for being here, Carl. Thank you so much for always being so supportive with all of my posts.
No problem. That's what we're here for.
And I love what you're doing on LinkedIn. So why don't you go ahead and tell everyone who you are?
Well, I'm Carl Sean Watkins. The only challenge I had on LinkedIn was doing video posts. Had no idea it was as easy as everybody told me it was. I just had to jump in there with. But I am a 6-year vet of the U.S. Army. I served my country proudly. It's kind of funny, Jeff was talking about Colorado because I ended my duty station in Colorado Springs, M1 tanker. So it's great what the military has afforded us to be able to do, be able to see education wise. Right now, I'm getting ready to finish up and get my bachelor's in law. And then I'm attending law school, looking forward to start that in the fall of 2021. And it is just amazing. And I echo that with the supportive spouse, you know, having a wife at home who already had her career. And then for us to I have 2 kids that have graduated, you know, from college. And it's sort of like, you know, now it's my time. So, you know, I've always wanted to be an attorney, just always had that aspiration of helping people and going about the right way, helping people. That's what it's cool. Growing up as a kid on the streets of Chicago, like Jeff and Tora say, it already made me tough, and then going in the military, it kind of guided me. So now nothing pretty much shapes me or phases me or anything like that. And then having a belief in God. I mean, I know without God, I can't do anything. So having that truth and love for Him has really made this. Just even going through this pandemic has made it bearable for me and my family.
Mm-hmm. So this is like probably nothing to you then, right?
No, it's not really nothing. I chuckle when Jeff had talked about the suck, because you have to embrace the suck. It's nothing in the military. I think one of the core things that they used to say is hurry up and wait. Like you got to hurry up to wait. Like, you know what I mean? You want to get stuff done fast. You got to get it done fast, but can't get it done to this one say or that one say. So you kind of build your life and your structure on that, and everything that goes on around you. You could be that supportive force. And looking at what these gentlemen are doing and how the military is doing things, you could be that supportive force for your family. It's a great thing.
Shanae's on. I wanted to actually have her on here, but I thought she was going to be busy. Hi, Shanae. This is all the power of Growth Academy.
Yeah, this is GA at its finest right here.
All thanks to Shanae.
Yeah.
So let's actually talk about that. So what inspired you to start sharing content, your story on LinkedIn?
I think it was you guys, actually. I mean, I have a core following, and then I got my network. That's how I kind of like use LinkedIn. I've been on LinkedIn since like about 2008, but I've been following Shanae for quite a bit of time, and I just saw some like tremendous growth in some of the things she was doing. I was getting inspired with that. And I was like, yo, I got stories to tell. I got stuff to say. I've been through some things, you know, maybe somebody want to hear mine, but I wasn't so quick to put a face to it because you kind of get timid. And you're like, I don't want nobody looking at me no kind of way. But with you, looking at your posts, looking at Jennifer, Gabourey, looking at Harlene, you know, just Shara, just to name a few that's in the GA Academy, I started seeing their posters on a daily. And then I got a little courage with it. And I can't forget my man, Edward. Edward really pushed me. I got to talk to him.
Mr. Edward Thomas.
Yes, I got to talking to him, and he was like, man, if I can do a video, I know you can. And once he told me that, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm going to do it.
Well, you're doing a great job. I love seeing your videos, and I love seeing you growing.
Thank you.
What else? So what's next for you? So you are in school, and then you are blogging too.
Yes, I did start a blog. I'm playing around with it. It's so many avenues out there, but I wanted to not do so much on a professional take. I wanted to kind of put it together on my own. I'm getting some advice from different ones and trying to see what it is. So you're actually going to see the evolution of the blog, because what you're going to see is how I started it with the little pace here, cut there, that kind of thing. And then you're going to see it evolve into some of the blogs that you've seen on the internet, you know, that could be that. But the core of it is my inspiration. I always got something inspirational to say, and I like to share that. I'm not one that, I never put myself in the category of being this great person, but I have a lot that goes on in my mind, and sharing that, it's so much that I've said to different ones, and they've come back to me years later, and I hadn't even remember I said what I said to them. But they was like, man, I was hanging off a cliff, and you said this to me, and like, I turned it around. And those are the things that I think is the God-given gift that he's given me, that I'm just trying to share with anybody that I come in contact with.
Yeah, and you're doing great. And I think that's good that you're actually documenting it now, right? Because like you said, sometimes you forget what you say to people.
Yes, I'm writing. I got my tablet. I got my notebook now.
Oh, good.
Writing things down.
I love that. I need to get on your level, because I actually started my business as a blog.
Okay.
to integrate my tech career with motherhood and my passion of, volunteering and building community. And
Yeah.
then when I got laid off, I was like, you know what? I'm going to transition this into a business. And
Okay.
so that's why I launched my career coaching business, but I haven't had the time to blog. And blogging for me is
Yeah.
a great way to express yourself. I feel like
Right.
blogging, though, we are blogging on LinkedIn, though, if you think
We are
about it.
blogging
Yeah.
constantly. We doing the snippets and we doing, the long thing. And I'm good with the snippets because I can find myself just like writing a whole lot. And it's like, wow, I put a lot out there, but I'm learning how to do snippets, keep people coming back, keep you engaged, keep you like, oh, I wonder what he's gonna say next. I find
Yes.
that that's the best way to keep people engaged.
Yes. And also too, Carl, just what I've learned too from
Yeah.
sharing content on LinkedIn, if I have a good post, I'll save it.
Okay.
Like put it on
Yeah.
a tracker, because technically you could convert that into an actual like long form blog
Oh, cool. See,
and
I'm learning. I'm learning.
add more to it, you know?
Yeah, I'm getting the secrets to success from June.
I have I have a whole list of collections of posts, but I just haven't had the time to write,
Yeah, we
but
will be in touch.
yes. Okay, what else? So and then I'll ask you before I bring everyone in, because I want to ask
Okay.
everyone, you, Taurus, and Jeff, what is like your recommendation? Or I'll ask you the question when everyone comes in, but
Okay.
how did you celebrate Veterans Day?
I celebrate like I normally do. We have, and I live in New Jersey now, so we got a cemetery that have the veterans, and I kind of go and see some of the families that's out there, and kind of well wishes and bring some flowers. And some that kind of like had a following with that this every year we kind of like meet out there. Their sons lost and daughters lost in the service, and it's just an appreciation. Like you can't really connect to that. You run into somebody, they see you in a uniform, and they say, "Thank you for your service." That means so much to a military person, because a lot of times you're out there, like I think Jeff had talked about it, where no one knows what's going on with you except for the one in the foxhole with you, and you don't feel that. But when you come home from where you've done all of that, and you have the little ones on the street or the little kids waving at you, or someone want to shake hands and say thank you for your service, that means a lot. So I encourage those who know service members, just let them know you appreciate them. We're not looking for fanfare. We're not looking for the parades or those kind of accolades. But it's a good thing when we come back home after doing these tours and going back. Some of these veterans have been back 2-3 times.
Mm-hmm.
When they come home and they feel that welcomeness and that homeness, even from the neighborhood, the neighbors, man, that does a world of good.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that.
It's my pleasure.
I'm going to bring Jeff and Taurus back on.
Yeah.
I have one last question for you guys. Let's start off with Taurus first, and then Jeff, and then Carl, you can wrap it up. So my question is, I'm going to put everyone on mute first. Echo, hold on 1 second. What is your advice for anyone out there wanting to share content on LinkedIn and their story, but they're scared? So let's have Taurus go first.
My advice would be to, like, I guess I could quote some of the individuals from Growth Academy and just say, just do it. I mean, I have been posting for maybe almost 2 months now, and I've been posting every day, 1-2 times a day. I haven't gotten to the point where I have made videos as of yet, but it's coming. So
I hope so. We've all done videos, but you.
I know. So
what's holding you back? I'm putting you on the spot now.
Well, I guess I should be telling myself the same thing that I'm telling everybody right now. Just do it. So I think that's kind of what's holding me back. Just getting to that point where I haven't pushed myself to do it, and just kind of looking at like, okay, how do I look on camera? If people are going to view me a certain way if I say something and so forth. But I see that the individuals that are doing it, they're just themselves. They're authentic. They're just open, and people love that. People just want you to be open and authentic. So I would just say, just go for it. If you feel scared, it's no excuses. Just go for it.
Well, I'm telling you, no excuses, Taurus. Go for it. Go for the video. Well, thank you, Taurus. I'm very appreciative of you, of all your support, and I can't wait to see your first video.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Jeff, what about you? You just started your LinkedIn journey and you're killing it. What is your advice?
Advice is stop making excuses. The cool thing about LinkedIn is that LinkedIn is not the place for judgment. That's for Facebook and Instagram and all that. That's for people to weigh their decisions over there. You want to worry about making professional videos that will really influence people, do it on Facebook. If that's what you're doing for popularity and money and all that, do it over there on Facebook. But LinkedIn, the best thing about LinkedIn is that you can do a video and it's just you, and it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be edited. It doesn't have to have fancy music and all this nonsense. And you can still do it and make a big impact. So don't worry about trying to be perfect. Perfection is a fool's goal. Okay? Worry about being authentic, like Taurus said. I think we've mentioned it before. Be authentic. Just be you and put it out there. My first video was total crap. But you know what? I got nothing but good feedback from it. So I said, I'm going to do another one and do another one. And I learned some things. And I learned some things from Growth Academy. And I got better videos. And it's all about your message. So don't worry about all the fancy stuff. Get your message out there and just do it. Stop making excuses and just do it.
I love that. And I think what people appreciate is that rawness and authenticity of you. Like I've shared videos where I'm messing up constantly, like the blooper reels, and people love that.
Oh, I'm doing a blooper reel. I got bloopers.
Okay.
I promise that much. Give me another month of videos. I'm gonna have a blooper reel.
Tag me. I want to see.
I will, because I got them.
Okay.
staring at a phone and trying to talk to it, and say things. You just feel like an idiot. It's just because nobody's used to it. Nobody does it. But I made several videos and just hit the delete button until I finally started feeling like I was getting a little more comfortable making eye contact. So I just, you know what? Just do it and have fun with it. Because if you're not having fun, you're not living right.
Right. Mark says, you mean Carl and I should stop putting so much production value into our videos?
Hey, if that's what you want to do, then do it. But I mean, by all means, I'm listening and I'm watching for the message.
Yes. Well, thank you, Jeff, so much. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Okay. Carl, your turn.
I can do nothing but echo those guys. I was in that place. I think I made a video the other day. I talked about perfect, and that perfect video that I actually put out, I did that 8 times. And at the 8th one, I was like, you got to be kidding me. I kept deleting it and kept doing it. I was like, this is going on LinkedIn. I don't care what. And when I got that video and I got that, man, I had like about 200, 300 some feeds on it, views on it. Then I had people commenting on it. And then I came right back the next day and I made a video talking about that video. So Taurus, man, you got great content, man. Put it out there, bro. Put it out there. It's I got to agree with Jeff. I thought about that judgment thing. And I think we all do that as humans. We can't get around that. We want to be accepted. We want people, to accept what we're doing and like what we're doing. But it's what we're doing in the heart, the content of what we're doing and who we're trying to reach. It's going to reach that person that sees it. They're going to look at it and they're not going to even see the bloopers that you made. They're going to be like, yo, that message that he had, that hit me on point. Like I just started this series of my daily word. I'm just giving out that one word in my videos. I'm talking about that one word. I'm giving you a definition of that one word. And I'm giving you my thought on that one word. And that's what I said I'm going to start doing. That way I can kind of communicate some things that I want to from the heart. And I don't have to look at so much because Jeff, look, I've done mock court trials. I have no problem talking with people, hand gestures, the whole nine. But when I get that phone in my hand, it's like, I'm like, nah, it's just one of those feelings. But Taurus, you can do it, man. You can do it, man. I'm serious. Yeah. You can do it.
Well, thank you guys. On that note, I'm going to play this song for Taurus. No excuses.
No excuses, Taurus. No excuses.
No excuses. Look at Jeff. He's like, no excuses. All right, guys. That was too much production, huh, Jeff?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. All right, guys. Thank you so much. You guys have a great Sunday. Thanks for everyone that was tuning in or watching the replay. Wishing you all a great Sunday wind down. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you, guys.